Hello everyone, while you're sorting out your 2022 budgets, remember this, you can save up to 72% on restaurant quality meals with HelloFresh. And you don't even need to hit the grocery store. Get 16 free meals plus 3 gifts with code ValleyCast16 at HelloFresh.com/ValleyCast16. Enjoy the podcast. Or not. I'm not your father. Yet.
Where's our lady? There she is.
Okay, lady.
Hey guys.
Okay, lady.
Hey,
Beautiful lady.
hi everyone. Welcome
Hey,
to welcome to the Valleycast.
Hello.
I'm excited.
Man, what a time, huh?
how
What a time to
are
be
you?
alive, everybody. We got a great stuff going on in the world, and the new Scream movie came out, and we got a Boba Fett TV show. All sorts of fun shit happening in the planet right now. But hey Kevin, what's up, man?
Don't feel like watching movies, so I'll watch people guess them instead. I don't know how it goes, I think it starts with your show. Wanna laugh.
Hey, what's up, Steve?
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. It's been a crazy time. I feel like I haven't seen you guys like in person now for another 2 months or something like that.
But you were doing you were doing the COVID hoops. You were jumping through a bunch of stuff.
And everything just worked, just like everybody else. It's just been like smooth. It's ended up being like a big scare and then being like, well, I guess it's really not.
It definitely sucks to not see you and not see any of you boys lately. But I'd rather have this version of it where we get to see each other sometimes over the one where like this was strictly how we saw each other, like at least we can like safely see each other. Now we're all on the respect and honor system. Have you been tested? Do you not have it? Are you not feeling sick? Then let's hang out. Are you feeling kind of sick? Stay the fuck away from me.
Did you guys get that? I could not believe that they got those 4 free tests sent to everybody finally.
God bless America.
Everybody ordered them. Great.
Yeah. Apparently there's a mask situation as well, right? Like there's
oh, really?
I don't know if you can order them directly from the website. I think you can go to like your pharmacy or something like that and get a bunch of free masks.
Do they have marijuana leaves on them, or perhaps Dora the Explorer or some other fun whimsy?
Or Dora smoking marijuana leaves?
That's the good stuff.
I think they're just bright red and they say "Make America Great." That's no problem.
Make America.
Make America breathe again.
Yeah.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
That's okay. We'll be in person again soon. I think we're on the downswing.
We're just probably gonna play a little bit of a balancing act for as into the foreseeable future. Man, that fucking South Park movie though. You guys been watching the South Park movie?
I need to watch it.
I got 20 minutes in and it didn't grab.
Which one did you start with?
I've seen the first one, right? The first COVID one. And I loved it.
Okay, so
this one just wasn't quite great because they're like older now. They're
don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. 'Cause that's like such a don't spoil that. Like that part's okay to spoil because now you're interested, right?
Yeah, it's at the
Dude,
beginning.
Elliot, please stick with it.
Really?
Give it
Is it good?
chance.
Okay.
Yeah, light up a big old joint and give it another chance because
I will.
South Park has always towed the line between because it's interesting because South Park it gets smart.
Yeah,
it gets really smart, but it's all covered with poop, pretty much. Like all of the smart commentary is covered in disgusting shit. And
it's a formula after our own hearts. 100%
but a lot of people stop at the shit, right? A lot of people are just covered in poop and aren't smart, and will just say whatever they want. But South Park's covered in poop and is smart, and that's like fun to watch sometimes because it's like, man, I just need smarter people to get the idea, the thing I have in my head out in a funnier, better way.
Yeah.
And that's how they do it. And they make all the scary shit a little bit less scary. So Elliot, if you've already spoiled that they're older, the only reason why I brought it up is because in the South Park universe, it's like COVID goes on for like 40 years or something. Like, yeah. And the movie starts with all the kids like in their 40s and they're finally like getting to like be outside and do stuff.
Jeez, okay, great.
And so all I was thinking was like, man, we could be dealing with this shit into our 80s, into our 70s, into our 60s, whatever, into your 40s, if you're a child. But as long as we're working on that balancing act of like, just be smart and get tested and stay the fuck away from big crowds or whatever, you know what to do. We're not going to teach you how to do it. There's a lot of documentation out there.
Roger.
Yeah, people are coming to the Valleycast to get the up-to-date CDC recommendations.
Yeah, but anyway, so how's everybody doing? Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I had a little funny thing that happened actually early this morning with a lady.
Shit, let's talk about
Did it
it.
involve a
What
potato?
did you do?
Well,
Oh my goodness.
no, it
Didn't
didn't.
it? And by the way,
Oh.
everyone who's like, you're gonna talk about the potato now. I've been stewing potato business in my head for the last couple of weeks. Thank you, Joe. I knew you caught that. I've been simmering. I've been baking some ideas.
A little fried.
On this potato business that we brought up a while ago, and it's only a matter of time before I can lock Kevin down and we can get a camera and a microphone and just go.
I like that you reposted the taco burglary.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy. It's so stupid.
It's so stupid because I was like, man, remember when we were just like, someone sent us, like fucking Jesse Stillwell sent us that fucking taco, and we're like, man, you piece of shit, this is garbage. And then someone was like, let's just make some content with this shit.
Yeah, we tried. I remember thinking about a bunch of different ideas.
Yeah,
I don't even remember how we landed on that one.
Well,
but it was like,
yeah,
we had to figure, like, it didn't just come right away. We like went through different ideas until we landed.
Oh,
well, it was
the
kind of
amount of brainstorming compared to the product that came out. Was so asymmetrical.
So asymmetrical.
You guys stealing that thing, the way you run out of the building, the way the hat falls off and you keep running.
The only thing I'd change is to somehow have like cheese and lettuce falling out of it.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I would have shot it more realistically too, like almost getting out of my car in the parking lot
like
and then walking up to it, and I just like caught it like that.
Yeah. Well,
I'm pretty sure
it was a little more brainstorm on it.
It was birthed from we were just like we were being assholes about like clickbait titles because we did the Valleyfolk take a lie detector test.
That's
which is still one of my favorites.
Right.
Yeah.
That video
and then we're
great.
like, what if we would do a video called giant taco theft caught on film?
Yeah. I think that, now I don't know if it's a now thing or if it's excuse me, Elliot. I don't know if it's now thing or what, but I'm thinking like the better title for that isn't giant taco, because then you're revealing the kind of the punchline. Now I think the better clickable title is like insane taco theft caught on camera or something.
Taco
pretty good
Bell.
too.
Yeah.
Or like crazy Taco Bell robbery.
Yeah. Do you guys remember too, after that we had to record ads for the podcast? So we went to the Bank of America and you guys were still in your robber
We were in those robbery uniforms.
That's right. We just filmed it in front of the bank.
Oh yeah.
Robbers in front of a bank doing
That's uncomfortable.
Yeah, I love that, man. That's good. I think that, Joe, the Valleyfolk take a lie detector test video could see a new life on TikTok.
Oh, probably could. That's a good video.
Yeah, because it could just be like we took a lie detector test.
Yep.
Or what it's like to take a lie detector test.
So funny. Anyways, back to your story, Kevin. Your lady story. What happened?
Oh, it's just a quick weird story, but I was on a walk. It always happens when I was going on walks. And I walked past this apartment building, and there's this older lady, probably in her 60s, and she looked really disgruntled and like long hair, very like scraggly. I don't want to like judge, but it was just like she didn't look well. She didn't look like she should be on her own. And I like looked at her and I kept walking past her, and she goes, "Oh, sexy outfit."
Excuse me?
So then I look at her and I'm kind of like processing what she said. And I'm just like, thanks. kind of like as I'm like awkwardly smiling, walking still, and she just goes, "Oh, I'm a sexy lady." I just like,
Oh, you saw a parrot.
Sexy outfit. I'm a sexy lady.
What the fuck?
Kept walking, and it was like, okay, I hope she doesn't keep following me or something like that.
Was this
Then she threw a potato.
an unwell person, you think?
Well, that's what it looked like. But at the same time, she was enough to like be just like standing out in front of her apartment.
Okay,
chilling.
I have a question.
From what you described, I feel like you saw a confident lady that was secure in her sexuality and wanted to make a connection.
I have a
If
question.
there's one thing I know about Los Angeles, is that you saw a well-adjusted,
Confident
beautiful
woman.
woman.
That's the thing too is like I've told you guys that story where
We
'cause,
stand
like,
a confident woman.
there's like a lot of like homeless people and people that are like cracked out that you can see, and they'll sometimes yell something out, but it doesn't really phase you as much when it's somebody that is just like outside of a normal apartment building, because that was what made it more funny, because it was like she's probably a normal lady, but I don't think she was.
I have a question. I have one question. Were you wearing something sexy?
That's a good question. That's a great follow-up
So-
question.
You're
So
wearing
yes.
exactly what you're wearing right
Yeah,
now?
it was.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
get
For,
it. I
for
get it.
audible listeners who aren't on video, Kevin is wearing a tank top. It's got sequins on it. It's got the sequins make out a big dumbbell to show off the guns he's been working out, and his skin is glistening with sweat, and there's veins.
Tell him about the
sitting on his
shorts.
biceps.
Tell them
The
about the shorts.
The shorts are great. They look like the drawstring shorts, but they go directly right under the butt cheek, which is nice. So you get the definition of both the glutes, and which only makes the calves look bigger. So he basically looks like a little attractive chicken.
Embroidered on the back, right on the butt cheeks, are the words "Moist Factory."
Yeah.
Yeah. It is
And
sexy.
I think it's, what does chocolate boy mean? And why does it say that on the front?
Yeah, and that's weird. Well, I wasn't going to bring it up. What is that? What's
Does that
going
mean
on,
you
Kevin?
like chocolate, or is that
those,
like
those two phrases don't naturally
No,
go
they
together.
don't. And it looks like chocolate boy was added. Did you add that?
I didn't add that. That was how I purchased it.
Okay.
Chocolate boy.
Oh, okay.
You like chocolate?
I mean, I like chocolate, but I
Like
don't
chocolate
want, you
milk.
guys don't need to call me chocolate boy.
Chocolate boy in the front, Moist Factory in the back. Is that the phrase?
That is what it is. Yeah.
That is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's
Kevin,
crazy, Kevin. I'm sorry you got sexually assaulted.
Just a little.
Yeah. I admire you, Kevin, for not immediately saying you too, just out of habit.
Well, I know
would
that
have
would
probably
have
done
been,
you too.
Yeah. Oh, oops.
Good for you.
Did you feel a slight confidence boost at all
No,
from that?
I didn't.
Really?
No.
But you're already pretty on cloud nine all the time.
That's right.
You're-
I'm always walking around just knowing.
You
it.
know how sexy you are. You already know how sexy you are.
I'm a chocolate
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. You're a chocolate boy.
Factory.
Nice work, Kevin.
Moist
Well,
factory.
are you gonna have a second date?
If I see her again, should I say something? What do you guys think?
Just say back at you. Back
Well,
at you.
she'd have to compliment. Just walk
I have a
up.
feeling she
No,
might.
just go up to her the next time you see her and just say back at you.
Yeah.
She'll
You
remember.
got to match weird with the same level of weird. So
Wearing the exact same
Or
sequin
Steve.
outfit. What?
She's gonna be the first person we interview for the potato thing.
Is
Because
she?
it's around. It's in the
it
same
is?
neighborhood.
Oh shit! We might bump into her then.
We might.
Oh damn! This might be an interesting love story now.
you're sure it's not the potato woman, though, right?
It's not that potato woman. Nope.
You're
no.
sure of it?
I am positive.
100%.
That woman is ingrained into my head. Like I will remember
Okay,
her.
all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Years.
Be a pervert, Kevin.
The potato lady, not the sexy woman.
Wait, she's sexy now? Whoa, things have changed. There's a turn.
Just
Yeah, Kevin, why don't you fix your story up before you bring it to the podcast?
Who yelled at who and said who was sexy? That's crazy. Steve, I got to ask you a question
What's up, my friend?
because I swear to God, I had no idea you did it. But tell me about this little movie that you're in.
Oh yeah, so
with the L.
yeah, man. So L Mills is sweet, awesome, amazing YouTube creator,
Super
artist.
creative. Yeah, artist is a good way to describe her. She's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, is that from the girl from
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What's the Canada?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bufferfest. When we were at
Thank you.
Bufferfest, yes, exactly. We bumped into Elle and we got to hang out with her for a bit, and we've seen her at like VidCons and stuff, and she's one of those creators where you're intimidated by them when you initially meet them because they're so good at what they do, and you're worried you're gonna screw it up. When
She's a storyteller. She's awesome.
Oh, she's so good. If you guys don't know who she is, that's crazy. But also go check out her stuff because she's amazing. But
she's someone who's been under the radar. Like she's not.
Yeah, I mean, she did she was in that
animated.
She was in that animated movie recently. To me, that feels like maybe she's a little bit more out there than she was before.
Yeah, true.
Wait, which animated movie was she?
That
wasn't it Mitchell's
versus the Machines.
Oh, I didn't realize. That's an amazing movie.
Oh yeah. So anyway, we've known Elle for a bit, and we got to hang out with her at Bufferfest, and that's kind of the last time we saw her in person. That's the last time I saw her in person.
Wow.
And then she hit me up and she was like, "I'm making a short film," and she was like, "I want a funny person in it because there's this one moment that needs to be kind of funny because it's like a little serious and it's a cute little drama." And she was like, I thought of you right away. I want you to play this role. And she's like, do you want to do it? And I was like, absolutely, I want to do it. Are you kidding me? Of course, I'm honored. And I told her I would do anything she wants forever, pretty much, because I just respect her art so much. And if she thinks I'm funny, then I'm feeling okay, actually, at this point. So, but yeah, so she made this little short film. What's it called? I need to look it up right now. It's called Reply.
Yeah.
And it's this cute little love story, and it's just really good, guys. It's really.
I don't know
good.
when it comes out. Though. Did it have a release date?
No, it just has a trailer.
Okay.
But the trailer is on her account.
I'm sure seen.
Bunch of really talented young kids in there, and I mean, she's just. If you've liked her vlogs and her videos and stuff, just imagine what a movie that she.
You play like a dad in it, right?
No, I play a definitely a dad-ish type character. I'm just this like I don't know how much she wants me to say, but I was just this.
It looked like a mechanic or something.
I work at like a hardware store, and I was like helping them put like hardware in their car and stuff.
You're a paternal type figure in it.
Yes.
Isn't it crazy? Like, because we don't feel that way, but that's where we are now.
Oh, 1,000,000,000%.
like F. Elliott, you got to roll in something. You're probably a dad.
Yeah.
Like we're just that age now.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
You know that movie, The Burbs, that Tom Hanks movie?
Yeah.
Tom Hanks almost turned it down because not like it was like a huge defining moment for his career or whatever. And certainly it's very cult, but I love it so much. It's one of my favorite movies ever. But Tom Hanks plays a dad in it. And it was the first movie where he was ever playing a dad. And he was like really worried about it. He didn't want to already be seen as a dad.
Didn't want to make the turn.
He didn't want to do it yet. It was too early for him in his career to do so. But obviously it didn't affect his career in a negative way at all.
So have you seen this full product?
No, but I read the script right away and I was like, this is so fucking cute and adorable and really good and speaks to this new generation of kids, I think, in a way that I haven't seen yet, in a really organic, fun way. And it's really, really cute. But no, I got to meet everybody and I was there on the set for one day. And it was awesome, man. It had been so long since I had done any like acting at all like that. And so I was like really nervous about it. But
how long ago was it?
Like maybe like 5 months ago, 5 or 6 months ago. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, congrats to you and to her.
I wonder if she'll do a theatrical screening. I bet she will.
I fucking hope so. I guess depending on
otherwise
stuff.
It's cool how it's just put it on YouTube.
I know.
It's still gonna get the same.
I know. I wonder if it would be like a Buffer Festival premiere.
Yeah, that's true.
If that's even a thing anymore.
That's still gonna happen.
But yeah, man, thanks for bringing it up because it's awesome. So definitely check out Elle Mills, all of her stuff, and then check out that trailer because it's really awesome.
Very, very, very,
Thanks,
very
Joe,
cool.
for bringing that up. That's real good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's weird to be asked to be in things, and you're
Again.
How did you?
Okay.
Yeah, how did you film it? Were you like, because you said you hadn't seen her in person, so was it just done
No, I hadn't seen her since.
Oh,
then.
I see.
And then I saw her then, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But she was
Gotcha.
like running around like a crazy person. It was kind of adorable though, because at one point we were at this like school that they got to use. I can't remember where, like maybe Simi Valley or something like that. But everyone was running around and working really hard, and everyone's super busy, you know, like whenever you're like seeing a movie being made and stuff, everyone's doing something. And Elle was just like running back and forth and answering questions and looking at costumes and doing all that stuff a director does. And then for like a split second, she went to like this swing set that was like on the kid playground, and she just started like swinging on it. Like she took a moment to just kind of like have a little relaxing, chill moment away from everything, and it just looked so. It was like a moment that Elle would have shot or something, but it just happened organically. Yeah, but it was great, man. It was really fun. Good time. Cool. I miss doing stuff like that. I want to do more, obviously, but we're totally dads now.
It's like we're in that Disney zone where it's like they need a comedic actor that's not too overly known to play some dad that comes in as a goofball, and then it goes to the next scene where the kid's a secret agent or a superhero. And I'm like, sign me up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Joe, you're aging into every sitcom dad that's ever been.
Yeah. Absolutely, dude.
You're
now
5
it's time.
years away.
Yeah, now it's time for you to start heading out to auditions again, Joe. Because you could totally.
Disney, here I come.
Yeah.
You're going to be on a sitcom on CBS that lasts for 12 years that no one ever knows about anything. It's going to be like Mike and Molly.
Yeah.
It's crazy how those things go through. Like, you're so right. That's the best way to describe sitcoms like that. They went for 12 years, but I've never heard of it.
You're gonna
never seen an episode.
You're gonna play Pete Davidson's dad in a sitcom once his career starts to plummet.
Take off.
Look, I contend Pete Davidson looks older than I look. So
I mean, certainly, but you know, Hollywood doesn't want us to think that.
It might be reversed. Speaking of, dude, Will Forte was on SNL last night, and that was awesome.
Oh yeah. So how was it? Tell us about it.
That's pretty good. It's Will Forte. If you're a Will Forte fan, man, like, he can really do no wrong because nobody delivers a line like Will Forte.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's
alone.
Even if it's a bad sketch or a bad skit, it doesn't matter because he's delivering the line.
Yeah.
There was a MacGruber. The coolest part about that is that we know who directed it.
That's right, Mike Diva. Nice. Mike Diva directed that shit. I love it. What a weird fucking crazy timeline. Mike Diva directed a MacGruber sketch for SNL. So fucking cool. We got to get Mike on the show at some point and have him just like tell us what he can tell us.
Dude, yeah. Did you guys ever check out, even for an episode, and I bring this up because it's SNL tangentially related, but did you watch The Shrink Next Door by chance on Apple TV?
Is that the one?
And Will Ferrell?
No, but I really, really want to.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that. Yeah,
I'd give it an episode at least because it's. I thought it was great. I think it's awesome. So that's all I'll say. I'm not going to spoil it.
It's like
I did South Park.
It's like a dark comedy, right? Like based on a true story, but it's like super dark.
Super dark, very little comedy. I would say it's very dramatic and it's based on a true story. Yeah, so that makes it a little bit more fun. But I would give it a go. It's also like New York in like the 80s, so they're doing like these heavy accents. It's very interesting just from because when you said that about Will Forte and how everything he says comes off funny, at least to me, like he could say anything, he could read ingredients, and I think it'd be hilarious. Will Ferrell, I don't feel that way about. I still think he's obviously hilarious and a genius, but his acting in this, I think, is really, really like incredibly good range.
That's really cool.
So, nice.
Oh, nice.
I think my audio might have just changed. Does it still sound okay?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Probably sounds better now. I think
does sound better.
Yeah.
My actual mic just turned on. I didn't know it was on.
Wow.
Well, that sucks.
You know what I was gonna say about Will Forte is it makes me sad to see really, really, really funny comedians like that getting older and not having done like a billion comedy movies. Like I want to see Will Forte star in so many more movies before he's too old and they make him a dad and stuff.
Yeah.
I just want to see him do. I wanted to see him do like Adam Sandler style, like he's the star of the movie, like hijinks movies.
He's done more than I think our minds give him credit.
I'm just saying he's not a lead though. Like he's always like a supporting, or he's in the background or something.
Maybe in movies, but he also did a lot of television. He was the lead of that Last Man on Earth,
which was so good.
Yeah, he did great. And he's done so much voiceover work for animated films and stuff like that because he's got such a unique voice.
Oh, totally. I feel the same way about Sam Rockwell. Yeah. I wish Sam Rockwell had starred. Like Sam Rockwell could have been Batman at some point.
Oh, interesting.
In his career.
That's an interesting. Oh, yeah. Speaking of that, I loved Elliot. Your tweet was very good about the Batman runtime.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
12 people fall in love on eHarmony. Everyone the
Batman. 3 hours is a little insane, though.
It is too long.
You know,
truly, it's a bladder issue. Like I would watch a 5-hour Batman movie, but I don't want to miss it. So you got to make it shorter for the human body to be able to hold urine for that long.
Yeah.
So basically, I have to dehydrate myself first.
Also, if your movie's so fucking long, like before you even announce how long it is, like fucking make a second movie out of it, chop it in half, put the first one out, and then blow everybody's fucking minds a month later and go, the sequel's coming out in like 3 months. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like how much cooler would that fucking be? Like way better than sitting through a 3-hour thing that could be chopped up.
I'm trying to think of like what long movies that are up to 3 hours do I think like I'm glad that was that long. And the only movies I can think of is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
But even that, like I know that some stuff could get cut and it would still work just as well.
I think Titanic is expertly paced and eloquently paced and like doesn't feel too long.
It is. Yeah. That's a great point.
Yeah, it feels like everything belongs there and it's all necessary and feels good and not too long and
I don't know about the nudity.
Thank you, Elliot.
Take the nudity away.
Thank you.
Thank you. That came back. Like I remember, like it was the 2 cassette VHS.
Yeah.
Titanic.
Hell yeah,
and
dude.
everybody had it. It took up 2 spaces on their video rack. And it was the only double movie that anybody had, but everybody had Titanic.
Yep.
With its gross nudity.
To porn when I was that age. I was like, there it is.
Yeah.
Like, right? We're talking about that Irish jig scene, right?
Ooh.
Exactly. Whoa.
Oh my goodness.
Cold shower coming up.
When she grabs him and they start spinning around, I almost lost my pants. You know what I mean?
Man.
I almost blasted them right off my body with the force of ejaculate.
Immediate starch.
Yeah, but but I'm excited about the new Batman. I'm ready. I'm ready for it.
We've talked about the theory, right? About what it's going to be.
What
was the theory?
That there's what he's actually that'll turn out that this is what I hope anyway. The Riddler is actually taking out villains that you think are good guys and revealing that Bruce's father, Jonathan Wayne, was part of the Court of Owls, and he himself is entrenched in the Illuminati-esque power structures.
So, like, Riddler's coming after Bruce Wayne because he's part of an evil society. Yeah, that's cool.
Yep.
That's awesome. I would
he's
love
also
that.
Revealing it to him the whole time so that Bruce.
Wow, and then he learns his dad was part of some like sinister shit. That's cool.
Like vigilante thinks a vigilante's a vigilante's a vigilante.
Right. That's what the script is. Yeah, that was the pitch.
But the thing is like, you know, if this has been done in the is that what the court of Owls is in the comics? That's what it is.
Yeah, I think that's like.
Is Bruce Wayne's dad involved in any of that stuff? Because I don't know. I'm not
sure.
We need Lon Harris over here. Who knows about who do we know that knows about DC shit? Brett. I can call Brett. Yeah. But that's pretty cool. I like that. I love speculating about what it could be. I just don't want it to be another like, oh no, his parents died in the alley behind the theater again, and we're gonna have to do that whole.
I think we know it's not gonna be that though already.
I don't know. Do we know?
Have you watched the trailers?
Yeah.
You probably haven't. Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I thought you weren't watching them.
I haven't watched the newest ones, but I watched like the original ones.
Here's a twist, which I know won't happen, but tell me if you would appreciate it. we go through whatever version of this 3-hour long epic The Batman is, right? And it's what Elliot's talking about. There's this Riddler fighting the underground, yada, yada, yada. But at the end, there's a reveal for the sequel, and it's Joker, right? Joker's part of the underground society as well. But it's Joaquin Phoenix's Joker.
So I thought about that, and that's a great theory, and I wish it was that. However, apparently the timelines don't match up for it to be like, it would have to be, I think, either an older or younger Joker. It would have to be a way older Joaquin Phoenix. And rumor has it they tested 2 versions of the movie, and there is supposedly an actor who you would recognize who was cast as a young Joker, and they focus grouped it to see if him being involved was exciting for people, or if people felt like it was another Joker.
That's great.
Wow, I love a good.
He's like a kid who works for the Riddler with whatever, and then you see him at the end that he starts to become the Joker. Anyway.
Oh, interesting.
Damn.
Wait,
Wow.
so
Who knows if that'll be in it?
you don't know if it was dropped or not?
I don't even know if that's a true rumor, but the rumor is that they were testing 2 versions. Yeah. One without that Joker character and one with the Joker character.
I love that. I love this speculate. This is the stuff that I love about movies, when you get to go like, ooh, I heard it's about this maybe. I heard it's about, like when we were speculating what the new Matrix could be about. Someone was like, it's about how it's like actually Keanu Reeves, and they like filmed the Matrix in this universe, and it's a movie series, and Keanu Reeves is like, you know,
that's hilarious.
Everyone thought that's what it was going to be, and then it turned out to be a video game. It was real dumb. That's cool, man. I can't wait to see it. Very excited. Do you guys want to jump into Ask Reddit and see what's up on there, or do you got something else you want to talk about?
You should.
Oh, go ahead.
Go on, Joe.
No, I was going to say, before you jump into that, or so while you're jumping into that, I'm going to hang up this phone call that's calling me. It's cookie season, you guys. Just wanted to let you know. Get ready.
Can I Venmo you 4 boxes and not pay for shipping? And I know I could bring this up not on a podcast. Okay. The shipping is a little expensive.
100%.
I got all the way to ordering 3 boxes, and it was like, yeah. So I will absolutely.
And Hayden will be selling.
Put a link in the description.
Hayden will be selling them in person as well. So you guys will get the friend discount, which is no shipping.
If she doesn't, she better come knock on my front door.
Helen is just her
in
nickname,
full
right?
uniform.
Helen Beretta. Gross. There's
the 1800s.
I bring it up not just to show and for my little entrepreneurial daughter, but there's a new flavor this year.
Excuse me.
There's a new flavor.
Adventurefuls.
He knows.
What?
How do you know?
Dude, I already ordered 4 boxes from her, and then I sent it to my mom, who ordered 4 boxes. I sent it to Ellie, who ordered 4 boxes, and Heather, who ordered 4 boxes.
Thank you for ordering for my wife.
Yeah. I love her.
What is it called? Adventurefolds?
Adventurefuls. They are brownie cookies with caramel. So we'll see how that goes.
Caramel. Okay.
Yeah. So they're new.
I mean, they look good. Yeah.
Yep. Cool. That's it. That's all I got to say. I'm sure we've talked about what our favorite Girl Scout cookies are on this podcast before, so we don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I was going to say, before you do Ask Reddit, have you heard of the site, Steve? I feel like Steve will enjoy this more, but it's called justscream.baby.
No, but should we look it up right now?
Yeah, go ahead and look it up. And
okay.
I want you to maybe figure it out on your own.
Okay.
Justscream.baby.
Okay.
Goodness, no.
Just scream.
Mm-mm.
We're gonna type it in. We're gonna type it.
This is a URL, my friend.
HTT.baby.
I hope it's still up. It's been a while since I've been on. Here we go.
Okay.
So you can do listen.
Okay.
Wait, I think I've heard about this.
Well, step 1: between October 2020 and January 2021. Okay. Should I read this?
You can. This wasn't up when I first.
Oh, okay. Callers from around the world left over 150,000 recordings. Step 2: people screamed with joy, rage, frustration, loneliness, and everything else there is to scream about. And now you can listen to that.
They stopped. They must have stopped. But before, you could just see the most recent.
But you still
can. Yeah, it seems like it. But it looks like they've stopped to where you can upload it. So let's hear a couple.
That's a lot of screams to save on a server.
Yeah.
So this was just like a way.
Whoa, they totally updated this. So before it was just a list of audio files that you click.
But these are all playlists.
Now these are all,
tracks.
yeah.
Which one should we jump into?
I don't know, because
all
now this
streams.
This gives away like the surprise of what the screen
So
could be.
this was made for like people to just kind of vent during the pandemic. And they threw this phone number out there and people would just call and literally just like scream whatever they needed to scream about. People were crying. People were like legitimately angry. It would like release like endorphins and take things off of people's shoulders. It was like a service that people truly liked.
Yeah.
Wow. So we had 3 screams in September of 2020. Or 2 screams.
There's one right there.
There's one right here. Let's listen to it. Wait a minute.
Not a great start.
No.
That's a horrible start.
I mean, that seems like the guy who made the site and was like, I just gotta test out the first one to make sure it works. Okay.
All right.
People
I
just
heard a lot of soul behind these.
They're not. We're just getting started, right? Like this is it's like the pilot season.
Okay.
Ooh, episode 4 was pretty good. Oh.
Okay.
Whoa, okay, a lot of screams in October.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's Halloween.
It is.
Crap.
Okay, that one didn't take it.
Yeah, this is like the developers' friends.
I think you need to go to like
you need to
April.
go way. I feel like I was in like the thousands when I first was listening to these.
Okay,
go to January 6th, 2021.
Yeah.
Oh man.
There it is.
Here we go. 475 screams. Let's play them all.
Well, no, you have to go a little later into. You got to go a little later into the day. We got to get like 5, 6 p.m.
Yeah. I
know. Okay.
But you don't want to fucking be with me. Fuck.
I feel like
I like that. I like that one. I like that short and sweet, and then just the slow.
Someone falling down into a well.
Mm-hmm.
Many of these are people that feel like they're screaming like in a place where they can't scream.
That's what it
feels
like. Exactly.
Got to get in your car.
You know, it's hard to find a good one. Oh God.
Oh, fuck you, bitch, fuck you.
Damn.
Okay, well, I feel like that was a little unnecessary.
Well, that's not bad.
That was nice, yeah.
Oh.
that person got extinguished from existence at the end. You know what happened to that person?
Poofed.
You know when like you do the thing with your fingers and you squish somebody in your eyes?
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is good. Have you guys ever had to like, or not intentionally, but like out of true fear screamed?
Yeah.
The biggest scream that I remember ever fell out of my mouth was when I was driving to Montana at like 2 a.m. in the middle of nowhere, and Heather was in the passenger seat. And I've told you guys the story before.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the owl?
When 2 owls like slammed into our windshield and blew it up into our faces. I remember screaming, "Oh shit," so fucking loud and was so like blood curdlingly like, uncontrollable. Like,
damn.
Oh,
do you feel bad that there are 2 kids that didn't get to go to Hogwarts that year?
They were
the
muggles.
Owls holding wings as they flew.
Do it.
How's this baby?
Do it, Brie.
I guess that was the baby.
I guess the point's like, just scream, baby.
poking at the baby with a stick just to make it. Aw. These are coos.
Wait, go back to the categories one more time. Man, there's no like terror screams. These are all like happy kind of.
I wish one was
what kind of hope screams are there? What does that even mean? You ever scream for hope?
It's just letting you know it's not too late to quit, and whatever you're going through, just know you can pull through. And I know sometimes it gets rough, maybe a girl or a guy, but situations like that can get better. You can always go outside. I know I kind of sound like an old man saying that, but there's always hope. And just know that you don't have to be sad all the time to express your feelings. Like, maybe let your stress out in different ways. Like, maybe if you have a bat, go outside and let all of your anger out or frustration you have. And don't worry, I'm sure everything in your life will get better. I believe in you, and I believe you can pull through. And you have an amazing day.
Aw.
Wow.
Then she just jumped off the bit. She just jumped off the bridge.
And then a scream.
I'm pretty sure in the middle of that, she said, and if you have a bat, go outside.
For sure did. Unless it was like you have a bad something and it got cut off, but it sounded like that.
Yeah.
Get your bat, go outside and somebody.
Well, this is great. Thank you for sharing this, Kevin.
No problem.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. It's a great show and tell.
That was really it was really fun.
What a journey you just took us down.
Yeah, what just happened?
Yeah, I expected. I'm not gonna lie. I expected it to be more guttural and a little bit more.
That's what
yeah.
I can remember, but I don't know if it's just you, because I remember I played quite a few.
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish there was a category on there that was just confessions.
Damn,
I did it.
That's dangerous.
Just confessions, not baby. Yeah.
Okay, so on Ask Reddit, there was a very interesting question. Excuse me. There was a very interesting question that said, people above the age of 30, what should a 20-year-old know that they generally don't?
So what should I know from you guys?
Yes.
That I don't.
That you think that they don't. And the top or one of the best comments is, you're still going to grow and change and want completely different things even after you feel like you've figured out who you are.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that's an important one, right? Like the ability to press reset on what you think your path is, because you get stuck in it at any age.
Right.
For sure.
This comment says, when I turned 20, I realized 15-year-old me was an idiot who thought he knew everything and actually knew nothing. When I was 25, I realized 20-year-old me was also an idiot who knew so little. I turned 30 this year, and 25-year-old me wasn't an idiot, but he still had a lot to learn. I know that in another 5 years, I'll look back at myself now and think how little I knew about myself and the world. Just got to keep learning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here's another one. You'll lose some friends you never thought you'd lose. It's a decade where life changes so dramatically that sometimes paths split, and that's okay.
You know what's really interesting is that we used to sit on like source-fed couches and table talks and stuff, and it's like, wow, advice just falling out of our mouths constantly because we were asked of it and yada, yada, yada. But now that we're 10 years removed from that, I find it a little bit harder for that advice just to fall out of my mouth. Yeah. One, because I realized that like back then, maybe I did think I thought I knew more than what I actually did. And now I'm at a point in my life where I'm like, I don't know everything. And I just want to make sure that I really know what I'm saying is right. But also, I think 25-year-old versions of us, 15-year-old versions of us, the lives we were living are so much different than the lives 15 and 25-year-olds are living now.
Oh, yeah.
that even like some of the
It's
advice
hard to-
is hard to pass on.
Yeah.
Like I grew up without the internet. I grew up in my 20s with it just coming about, and now it's like their existence is so different from how we existed during that timeline that it's I don't know, just
you
just
guys
an
feel like
observation.
you've had more change happen between like the ages of like in your 30s as opposed to in your 20s, or do you feel like the 30s it slowed down a little bit more?
I feel like the older you get, the more aware of the change you become.
Interesting. Yeah.
Because when you're young, you kind of don't think too much about it because you're like, I got to think about it. I have other priorities. But the older you get, the more it becomes a focus in your life to worry about or wonder about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe's saying the advice thing too. It's because I've like over these, since I was 20, which is like 6 years ago, even I would tell myself, I would have trouble telling myself advice, because something that I feel like I've learned over these past 6 years is that I would hear advice from people and almost think that if I didn't do it exactly how they gave me this advice, whatever it was, then it was wrong. And some advice doesn't work for everybody. You have to like figure out which advice kind of sticks well with you.
Yeah. That's a good point.
That's like something that, not to like not listen to advice, but don't take it like, if I don't do this, it's all going to be downhill.
You got to take the little building blocks and puzzle pieces from all
right.
of it to create your own tableau.
Yes.
Yeah. I think being very discerning about advice in your 20s is a very good move. I like the quote, life begins at 40. Everything before that is just training. That's a nice, that's what I'd like to keep in mind. But in terms of changes, I don't think I think I've probably gone through 80 billion of them that keep happening. So 20s versus 30s, I don't know. This is the only time in my life where I felt like there's some sort of sense of both stability and like calmness. Everything else, like 20s, was pure chaos.
Yeah. And
so
also,
that's something to look forward to, I think, for people.
And as far as like the advice thing goes too, like I think, when we were like spouting advice on the table talk chairs and on the couches and shit, like we were just sharing our experiences, right? Like we were sharing like our perspective of our experiences. And when a general question came down the pipeline that we felt that we could answer, we were answering it from our own like experiences, which I think is an important thing to get out into the world, especially during the early YouTube days when people were kind of like, I don't know if I feel alone. I feel like there aren't people in my life that I can like turn to and feel related to and blah, 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 blah. So it was important for us to share our perspectives so that people could hear that they weren't alone in feelings kind of the ways that we did, like I think it was important at the end of the day for us to spout shit as if it was advice. But I think at the end of the day, like the best advice I could give to someone young who's listening to old people or even like 20-year-old people give advice is what we were just saying, like what Kevin was just saying, which is like, take the advice, but then like, make it your own or see how that works with your own.
There's always been an important phrase that I even forget to incorporate in my daily life. But when I was in college and doing broadcasting, it was always the concept of always ask why, no matter what, whether you're receiving advice, whether you're watching news, whether you're watching a story or something like that. Don't lose your ability to critically think and analyze. And even even more base version of that sentence is, and it's a grosser, more cynical one, is follow the money, right? Like, what is the intention of the person that's saying the thing to you? And don't be afraid to take 3 steps back from the face value. Not, and it doesn't have to be in a cynical way, but like Elliot was saying, it's like to be able to pick and choose and like what Kevin was saying, and apply what works for you, where you need to apply it in bits and pieces from everything. We were giving advice during a different time too.
Yes, right? A very different time.
Like 2012 to 2015, it was entertainment. We were being entertainment versions of ourselves, like 5% couch therapists for people, perhaps. But it was also before everything changed and everybody just says and puts every emotion and every feeling and every like every part of their emotional existence and journey is now like being utilized as communication online, some for entertainment, some for like people just think they're supposed to like put their most vulnerable crying moments on a video and post it and post it TikTok.
Them. It's rehabilitating in some way potentially.
I feel like it's not, because it's so much advice that you're getting, and it's like not even people intentionally giving out advice, it's people giving out opinions. And even if you have a little bit of respect for that person, you might read that and think like, I want to kind of follow that in a way.
Well, and that's why it's up to the viewer to kind of like do with that what they want. Like I kind of like, you know, I don't know. I it's hard because like, you know, there's so many people who like who watch that kind of content, and there's so many different types of personalities that watch that kind of content. So it's hard to like, you know, it's hard to know what to, you know, how to approach that. There's just too many variables.
Everything should be taken with a grain of salt. I think the smartest thing that anybody giving advice can do in a responsible way to, or anything, opinions, advice, what, just putting blah out into the world is, and I think we were smart about this at SourceFed. Some of it was just self-deprecation, but I think we also knew it's like, hey guys, we're not journalists. We're not we're not the news. Please don't listen to us in that way and take it too seriously. Same with advice giving. We're not professionals. This is just where I'm coming from. And I think that's a responsible way to maybe perhaps give your thoughts out to the world these days, because
I think it's important to share our experience.
You are dead wrong, Joe. You are dead wrong.
I think it's important.
Listen to me. Here's what happens. The moment you go, don't listen to us, we don't know nothing, people go, oh, he's humble and he understands his limitations, and then they listen more.
Yeah, so they're like, no, don't. Yeah.
Yeah. So what you gotta do is you gotta be like the Ben Shapiro's and the Matt Walsh's, and you gotta get on camera, and the Joe Rogans, and you gotta just say nonsense confidently. And then I forgot where I was going.
Hang on, Joe. Let him talk.
Yeah. Thank you, Steve.
I want to hear what he has to say. Hang on, let me write this down. You said Ben Shapiro? How do you spell the last name?
But the point that I'm making, because Steve, you're right. Yes, you do. We should share experiences. I
think it's important to share experiences, but not everybody needs to share their experiences. And I guess it's up to you whether you feel like someone who's shared experiences they're sharing with you is helpful to you in the grand scheme of things, whether it's in an entertainment way or whether it's in some emotional way. But, you know, I don't know, just be smart. And like Joe said, take everything with a grain of salt, do your own research, and, you know.
Maybe don't think in either or. Try not to think in either or thinking is helpful. Yeah, and then maybe the one of those little life coachy type things that I've heard that I think is really helpful is the waiting about 10 seconds before you respond in important moments. I'm not good at that. But the people who can master that, if you can master that at an early age where you really sit back and go like, roll it over in your head, you know, slow up a little bit. I think that's a nice skill to develop.
I was thinking that exact thing that you're talking about when like Biden just did this big, like the longest press conference in presidential history. He made a record. But I was thinking about presidents and orators in general and public speakers and stuff like that. And we're also reactionary now, and news journalists are just looking for the clickbaitiest question that they can ask, blah, blah, blah. But I started thinking about what if we did have a leader, or there was a leader that did exactly what you're talking about, Elliot. The news would hate it. But imagine president gets a question and he takes it in, and then he just sits there and he mulls it over for 10 seconds. And then finally answers like with the most thoughtful version of the answer that he has. People would hate it. They'd call him slow. They would call him incapable. But like, once you actually like, I would love to see a leader like that. Somebody that's being like, thoughtful about everything.
It's not quite like this, but it reminds me of when Bernie Sanders went on the Joe Rogan podcast. And I think it was about like gun control or something. And Bernie Sanders was like, there's not an easy answer for this. And I don't know what the answer is. And I would need the help of the American people to figure out how this is going to work. And people don't want that. They want like, this is what I'm going to do. And this is the strict whatever. Yeah. So yeah, it would be wild. I don't think they get elected. I don't think you could have that.
Right.
Basically.
At least, yeah, right now it's crazy. Everybody
Let's
just
pray.
Okay.
Heavenly Father, thank you for hearing us during this time of need. You know, as Jane said to the Corinthians, thou may make mistakes, but the biggest mistake you can make is not loving your neighbor.
Take nothing for the journey except a staff. No bread, no bag, no money in your belts.
No bread, no bag, no service.
No bread, no bag, no service.
And that's it for the podcast, everybody. Thanks for listening to the Valleyfolk on the Valley Cast. If you like the movie game, our Shopify will be up very soon. And if you haven't had a chance to purchase it, you'll have a last chance. It's from what I've seen, we've made it through the Panama Canal, and that's exciting. Isn't that exciting, everybody?
Oh, we're in we've made it through the Panama Canal. That's great.
I think the last picture you sent of the map was like just about before it hit the canal.
Yeah, so it's like we don't know where it'll be on this journey and where the supply chain will put us in the next couple days or weeks, but we're getting there.
Very exciting.
It's on a boat, baby.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we appreciate your guys' listenership, viewership on youtube.com/thevalleyfolk. If you want to see the video version, if you want to see Kevin's sexy outfit
That's
that he
right.
called out for.
Kevin, did you go from Burger King to In-N-Out?
I did.
Go from Burger King
during the prayer. I think it just happened naturally.
What the Lord would have wanted.
Oh, also, for those of you that are still listening for some reason, there's a comic book called Bolero that came out from Image Comics, and this guy put me in the comic book, and he mentions dynamic banter and something exclusive for you guys. In the coming issues, apparently there's going to be some source-fed references.
Whoa, that's great.
Yeah,
crazy.
So finally, people who I was talking to Mike about this. Finally, people who are making things are like mentioning things they liked when they were young, and we're being a part of that somehow. That's really cool.
I can't wait to see you all at the next Dad edition.
Yes.
We've gone from being a nostalgia play to just nostalgia.
Soon it will just be nostalgia. Exactly. Oh no. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening. We'll catch you next time on Valleycast. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.